Hi, this is Dr. Darwin, the new dentist coach, with another episode of Ask Dr. Darwin on the New Dentist Podcast Show, where you learn about getting into dental school, surviving dental school, getting into residency, and then life after residency as a new dentist. Be sure that you subscribe, hit that subscribe button right over here to the left or to the right, depending on how you're looking, so that you get all the notifications and you don't miss any videos that come out on a weekly basis. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the pre-dental journey, right? Your journey getting into dental school. And this is a real special one because our guest today is going from DA to DDS, right? DA as a general assistant to DDS. We're joined today with Tynetta Saahir. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Good to see you again. We first met at the ADEA GoDental conference, and it was great a couple weeks ago. And I wanted you to share a little bit about your dental journey. And today, what you guys are going to be learning about is a little bit more about why she's made the decision to switch from dental assisting and skipping dental hygiene school and going right for the gusto, right? And what made her make that decision. Also, you're going to learn a little bit about where she is now and that process. Some things that's been very helpful for her in this pre-dental journey. And we'll also talk a little bit about her timetable and what things she's doing to get ready for it. And then if she has any additional questions, we'll kind of talk about that before we wrap up. So let's get started. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Tynetta Saahir. I go by Ty, and I currently reside in Columbus, Ohio. And I met Dr. Darwin here in Chicago at the GoDental conference, and I'm just glad to be here.
That's good. That's good. So you have already kind of known that you wanted to be in dentistry because you became a dental assistant, right?
Yeah. So I wanted to be a dentist back since I was a child. Just kind of watching my mother struggle with her own oral health kind of made me decide that I needed to do something about it, that I was going to do something about it. I got into dental assisting in high school. It was a vocational program. And I kind of went from there. And I knew I wanted to kind of further my education. I didn't want to stay in dental assisting forever. I ultimately wanted to be a dentist, but then I kind of believe I let people begin to discourage me, as far as trying to figure out how am I going to pay for this? Can I really do this? Do I want to be in school that long? And then I kind of started to take the dental hygiene route. So then one day, I was just like, I don't want to waste any more of my time. I want to get to the ultimate goal.
Right. That's right. Because time waits for nobody.
For nobody.
Right. So rather than do the hygiene thing, which is still for many people. Still an option. So you're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. You're like, let's bypass this. Let's get to the DDS. Give me my doctorate, please. Let's go.
I need it.
So where are you right now in that process? Because you have to have so many hours. Got to have so many prerequisites.
So I did start out a 2-year college, doing dental hygiene, was planning on doing dental hygiene at a community college in Columbus called Columbus State, taking a lot of my prereqs for dental hygiene. And now I'm currently transferring to OSU because I have a major change and now I'm doing biology. But I have a lot of credits that I kind of taken and I don't want to say wasted, but a lot of unnecessary classes that I've taken doing dental hygiene and now kind of transferring my credits. Now I'm looking more in the dental way. So it's kind of, I don't want to say that I wasted a lot of money taking this route. You live and you learn, but I do have a lot of classes that I'm sitting on now that I really don't need. So that's the only bad thing about that. But
so you've made the switch. It's just that you're going to be switching in the fall and the summer, like what?
So next year I plan on taking a DAT in maybe in the beginning of 2020. Preparing myself towards the end of this year for that, and I'll be applying next year in 2020. I'll be ready.
Okay. So with you making that switch like that, to get your prerequisites done,
Yeah,
it sounds like So it's 2019 now. You're applying for in 2020 for the starting the class in 2021. So you
Yes.
basically have about a year and
Yes.
maybe 4 months to get all these prerequisites together.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your plan. Like what is your schedule going to look like?
Just hectic. So I'm obtaining an Associate of Science in Biology from Columbus State. And then I plan on transferring to Ohio State, completing my biology degree, and I'll be the entering class of 2021 at whatever dental school I get accepted into. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I'll be wrapping up my bachelor's degree within the next year and a half, 2 years.
So you're going to get your BA in biology
Yes.
sometime next year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dedication.
It is. It's a
Dedication.
long road.
I wish I could help you, but I was not a biology major, so you don't want me helping you on that one.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's stressful at times. Yeah, but I'm really dedicated to getting this done. So
That's good. That's good. So again, we met at the ADEA GoDental, and for those of you that don't know, it's probably one of the premier recruitment events in the country. Over 600 dental schools, 600, I'm sorry, 600, 60, not 600 dental schools in the U.S. Over 60 of the dental schools that are here in the U.S. participate, and you get an opportunity to meet with recruitment and admissions directors from all these different schools, get to meet some students. And actually we had, that's where I first met future student Dr. Tynetta, and we had a little training session before going into the actual recruitment event so that you would be more prepared and ready and what questions to ask and all of that. So that's how we met. So tell us a little bit about how that recruitment day kind of helped you, whether it's solidified, your decision, or how it's kind of helping you prepare for this journey.
Yeah, so I also wanted to thank you for that because I found that very helpful. As far as I think that you should definitely continue that, getting with people and, kind of giving them a heads up of what to expect and everything like that. I'm really appreciative of that. And as far as the GoDental, I realized that I needed to start getting myself around a lot of people who had the same goal as me. Mm-hmm. I needed to start being around a lot of people, who could help me further my future. So I think that attending that meeting and, the mock dental interview and everything was really helpful to kind of get an idea of what to expect. They gave a lot of pre-dental students the option to ask questions, if any of their concerns, and they answered it to the best of their capabilities. So I feel like anybody especially in my position right now, should definitely attend something like that again. And I will again, because don't plan on applying for another year or so. I plan on attending that again.
Yeah, and I tell you, that's the last couple of years that I've gone just to kind of network with people and take some other pre-dental students there. I agree. I think this year was one of the best years, especially having that mock interview panel and just the fact that you are, like you said, networking and being around other people that are going through the same process. For those of you that are listening, or pre-dental students, it's a mistake. If you don't do this, it's a mistake. Right. It's a mistake that's going to ruin your chances of getting into dental school. You must be around people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, right. And because they're going to be a source of information. Some of the things that you hadn't even thought about as part of the process, you're going to get that from them just by sharing and just by meeting them. So networking is so important. And I mean, there were over 700, I want to say close to almost 800 people that were registered for this event. So that's like 701 more people than that you didn't even know about that are applying to dental school. And that's only, less than 10% of the number of people that apply every year. So that's, you're right. Being around like-minded people that are doing the same thing is so important, so key to help you get into dental school. And the mock interviews, like we said, I thought those were great. And being able to ask questions, right? Like, I'm sure you had some tough questions that you wanted to get answered. What
I do,
that you asked?
So, me having a lot of my prereqs taken at a community college, I just wanted to kind of get their input on how they would view a candidate, a future candidate like myself, someone who has not went to a 4-year college the whole time, kind of a thing. You know, I just wanted to see what were my chances up face to face with someone else, you know, who has been at this 4-year a big university, the same classes that I have, but I've taken mine at a 2-year college. I just wanted to know how would they view me, and their advice was to basically make sure I have a strong personal statement, and to include these things in my personal statement as to why I've chosen the route that I've chosen, you know, and pretty much that it's totally fine, and don't let that discourage me.
Right.
You know.
And I would.
So that was one of my major questions, but
yeah, and that was
being able to speak with them, it really knocked that out of my head.
That's
so,
good.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And did they say anything about the DAT at all, or anything else?
So I didn't ask them questions about the DAT. I kind of know for certain like what I have to do in order to prepare for that. And I have a lot of other pre-dental students and dental students that I'm close with who can kind of give me the help that I need with that. So I didn't really ask them too many DAT questions. I don't want to get too, you know, scared about that process just this soon, you know.
Yeah. So. Well, I will tell you, don't be scared about it. Just confront it face to face, because that DAT, it is important. It's not everything, but I will tell you, it's one of the things that they do look at to kind of put your application over here to be interviewed, or put your application over here. No, pass.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, there's some schools that, you know, if you don't have a 20, they ain't even looking at your application.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is part of the process. The best thing you can do to be a strong candidate is making sure that part of your application is strong too.
Right. Yeah.
It's strong too. So I think we might have talked about another tip as far as the DAT. Don't rush it.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You know, piss poor preparation promotes piss poor performance. Don't rush it.
And that's with anything. Do you think? So how long do you think I should give myself to prepare for that test?
Well, here's the deal. It's going to probably take you much longer than what you think or what you want.
Okay.
and I say that because of this. I say that because you haven't taken the DAT before.
Right.
Right. So even though you know what some of the sections are, but you haven't seen any of the questions and why they're asking the questions and what answers could be similar and why they're similar, but why they're not the main answer that they want from the multiple choice. So at some point, you've got to be zero focused on mastering the DAT. And you can't just rely on, well, I'm a bio major, I'm a science major, I'll look at a couple of questions here and there. You've got to be prepared. And you know, the best thing for a lot of people, I'm telling you, is, you know, it's worth the investment to take a course. The prep course is going to break down questions, each of the different sections, how you look at it, how you evaluate the question, and also how you evaluate the multiple choice answers. Right. All of that is a process, and it's a process that you can't just sprint through. Right.
Yeah.
It's like a long run, right? A long run on the beach. You know how the beach just kind of just goes and goes and goes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be part of your process to prepare for the DAT. And I know you want to, you know, apply early because, you know, you're ready. You got a lot of enthusiasm. You know, you just dedicated. You want to get through it. But if that DAT score is not what you need, you're going to be like, oh, and you're going to have to put in the work anyway. So I always recommend that you put in the work on the front end, and so that on the back end, you don't have to keep putting in more work, right?
Right.
So, you know, even if, like I said, even if it requires you to wait so that you have gone through all the practice exams, I mean, you want to get to the point where you want to get a prep course that allows you to take the exams in a simulated setting, the same type of setting that you're going to be taking it on the computer. You need to take those practice exams using a mouse, because when you go to the test center, right? You're going to need the same thing that they have there, right? It's no pen and paper that you know, color in the circles and answer the questions. You're going to be looking at the screen and answering the questions and using the mouse and selecting, and you have to be familiar with that type of environment. So that and the questions and why certain questions look similar, why you got answers wrong, you can only do that if you are in a prep course environment that gives you that type of that setting and gives you that type of reality. And that's what can take you the longest. And if you take those exams, you want to see what your scores are. So if you're starting off getting 16s and 17s, you know, you've got some more work to do. If you're starting off with 20 and 21s, you may be like, I'm good.
Whatever you're doing is working, yeah.
But right now we don't know that. So that's why it's hard to put a time frame on it, because you have to go deep and get into the DAT, because that's going to be your ticket. You'll get more. You're going to get the number of interviews that you get correlates, I think, to that DAT score. Okay.
So you're saying just exercise a lot of those resources that I have available to me. There's no set amount of time that I should give myself to.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different. Yeah.
Everybody's different. You know, just because you're a biology major doesn't mean you should be comfortable with organic or the other non-science, right? You got the perceptual ability, you got the reading comprehension. All of that goes into your overall average, but I mean your overall score. But also schools look at they look at 3 sections. They look at your academic average, which is all the sciences, right? They look at your perceptual ability as a separate score, and then they look at, of course, your reading comprehension.
Yeah.
So you've got to be a master. And how long, there's things there's a common knowledge out there that says to be an expert or be a knowledge, you got to, an expert of certain things, you have to utilize, I think it's 10,000 hours. But I don't think we got that much time.
Well, I don't think we got that much time.
But it's along that same mentality. Maybe not 10,000 hours you need to be spending on the DAT, but you need to spend enough time so that your scores are reflective, your studying and your preparation is reflective of you achieving a high score. So you just got to do it.
Okay.
Cool. So we heard about your timetable. We've heard about how the ADEA GoDental conference was very helpful. We learned a little bit about your decision to go from DA straight to DDS, and that's been great. Any other questions that you may have for me? Anything that you're thinking of that maybe we didn't cover the last time that we met?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. My major question was that DAT.
Yeah.
When should I start preparing for that? So
I have
a lot of courses that I kind of prereqs that I still need to tackle and get out of the way. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
No, you can't worry about it. You gotta graduate with that BA in biology, and you gotta focus on, in addition to having that prerequisite, you gotta focus on that GPA as well.
Yeah.
Once you do all of that, then you should dive in and make the DAT preparation your full-time job. That's my advice.
Okay.
Because the DAT don't mean anything right now until you finish what you're doing. And you don't want to have this over here, you got this over here, you got this over here, you got that over there. Just focus on the biology major, getting that degree, right? And then transition, boom, over to the DAT and then becoming a master of the DAT.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the best move. And I've got a new collaboration with a prep course that I think is very helpful. They break it down with questions and why certain answers are such. And I think that'll be great for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good. Well, hey, thanks so much. I'm glad that we were able to reconnect. Thanks for sharing your journey, and we'll stay in contact. I know you got a busy semester coming up, a busy summer, but we're gonna stay connected. We want to hear more about your journey and your success, and any way I can continue to help. Okay.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to talking to everybody again.
You're good. And for those that are listening, if you're looking forward to getting more information about how to get into dental school and this whole entire journey, be sure to tune into this channel. I have some other collaboration with some other people that are doing some amazing things that give you some more information. And if you have those questions or things that you want to talk more about, shoot me an email right here at newdentistcoach@gmail.com. newdentistcoach@gmail.com. Future student Dr. Tynetta, thanks so much for joining, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Check out this next video right here. Boom, boom, boom. Bye.
Bye.